all the way from the 212 to you, one hand on the chest, other one in the ear, statue still. Your boy Jae Millz, Young Money, Cash Money, Mr. Most Hated all day till they bury me. And it says AccessGrantedTV. Lego.
So you got the mixtape. You just dropped The Flood today. Can you just explain the mixtape and what you're trying to do with this one?
It's just really me just trying to get people back into the whole Jae Millz thing. You know, for the last, I'd say, 2 years, I've been Young Money'd out. I've been letting everybody know what it is with the movement. You know, we got the group album out, and we did the tours, and, you know, everything is established, and everybody know what it is with the Young Money and the Jae Millz affiliation, and Wayne and Baby and everything. So now I just felt, all right, it's time to start flooding them. It's time to go back to the Once Upon a Time in Harlem, and Statue, and Back to the Future. You know, when I was just throwing all of that out, it's time to, you know, get back to that, have a little bit more fun. The album is out. We're about to get a plaque. You know what I'm saying? So it's just right back to the grind.
Right. What's some of your favorite joints off the tape that you dropped today? Some of
my favorite joints. The first 48 is just like incredible. That's just the first 48 is just vintage Millz. That's just me blatantly just telling everybody I'm back. If you thought anything was funny with the Every Girl or the Bedrock, if you just thought that was funny, like, oh, Millz he's just doing anything now. No, I'm not. I was just doing what I needed to do to get to the level I needed to get to where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So the first 48 is like blatantly letting people know I'm back. I like the first 48. Back to the Year Me with me and Baby. We're going to try to shoot a video for that real soon. So I definitely love that.
Word, that's what's up. I spoke to Vado last week, and he was telling me a lot, like, even though, like, both you guys is part of major teams, you still both repping that Most Hated. Can you just explain, like, Most Hated and, like, where it all stems from?
Most Hated that's like me and Vado, like, we've been running around screaming Most Hated for years, and it's not like a rap group. It's not a big record label or nothing like that. It's really just like a crew of friends from Harlem that grew up together and did everything together. And now as we grown men, we're trying to take it somewhere else and just get it to the point where we can start bringing some money to the round table. Because right now it's just, you know, it's just a crew, man. It's basically crew love right now.
Yeah.
We all tatted up. We all ride for each other. We all call each other, still joke with each other, hang out with each other, throw parties together, go to parties together, have basketball tournaments and throw cookouts in the summer. The same thing we was doing when we was teenagers, we still doing as grown men and young adults right now. So that's basically what Most Hated is, man. So definitely be on the lookout for that whole movement. We still keeping it going.
That's what's up. And, like, how did the whole Young Money situation come about?
All right. The Young Money situation came about. I had a song out called Holla at a Player. I had got out my deal with Universal, and I was unsigned. But I had, like, a big song on the radio in New York. And they spread it out from New York to me just getting it on radio stations, a lot of other places, and, like, satellite radio.
Yeah.
And most of all, I had it in the clubs. I'm not going to lie, like, I was going out to the club almost every night in New York. If you was a DJ or a promoter, you saw me coming to the club. And it just got to the point where it was so big. But, you know, when you ain't got no deal and you ain't got no label backing behind a record, like, a record could come and go.
Yeah.
Especially in New York. A record could be hot for a couple weeks, and it's like they want something new. So when the record died down, I called Wayne, and just off of the relationship I had with him and what he did when I had to bring it back record out, how he got on the remix, I just took a shot in the dark, and I just asked him, man, would you mind throwing a verse on the remix for me? You know, and he was like, cool, send it. I was expecting him, you know, usually rappers don't say they want money up front. They'll do it, and then they want money on the, you know, when you about to put it out, they say to clear it, they want. But he was like, just send me the beat, and I'll send it to him, and the next day, he sent it back to me. So that right there,
yeah, that just shows.
Like, well, if he did that in a day, he must, you know, he must fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So let me just take another shot in the dark. So I took another free throw, blindfold, and I was like, man, listen, I ain't got no deal, but I got a lot of pride, but I don't have a problem with letting you know my situation because I just feel we got a different relationship because I know you ain't running around just doing everything for free. So you must look at me in a different light. So I can swallow my pride and let you know my situation and let you know I wouldn't mind getting down with the team. And at this time, it wasn't really no team. Like, it was him, Mac Main, and that might have, you know, he might have had, I think he had Tiger around, but it wasn't really, like, Gutter wasn't back around yet, and no, Nicki Minaj was down, you know, but Drake wasn't down
Twist
yet,
and all.
It just wasn't like a big thing yet. You know what I'm saying? No, it was like premature Young Money, and I was just like, man, I just want to work. Like, I don't want no release date. I don't want none of that. I don't want you to put me out first. I'm not coming over here like I'm Jae Millz. I'm popping already. It's all about me. It's like, I just want to work. And after he said all of that, the first thing he said was, so hold on, you ain't got no deal? Because all I can remember is I said all of that for him to just say, so hold on, you didn't tell me you don't got no deal? I was like, yeah, I'm just, you know, he's like, when can you get on the flight to Miami? I get on the flight. Yeah. I was like, I get on the flight yesterday. So he started laughing. I'm going to call you back in like 5 minutes. And he had his assistant call me back with a flight itinerary. And it was a one-way. And, you know what I'm saying? I went out there, chilled, came back to New York. He flew me back out a couple times. And we just was working. He started taking me on the road with him. And then from there, it was just it. Like, that's just what it was.
That's what's up. Do you feel like at all like it's your job to rep New York at Young Money just because like the roster stems from like a Southern artist?
Definitely. I definitely think if Wayne was a rapper from New York, it wouldn't be so much pressure as far as, you know, we need Millz got to rep. Millz, you got to rep for New York, man. Like, for real, you got to hold it down for us. It wouldn't be so much of that if, like, Wayne was from New York. And Gutter and T Street and Mac Man, they all from New York. I'm from New York, too.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that much of a, like, it's not a hard situation. Like, it just wouldn't be because that's it. Like, the people of New Orleans don't tell Gutter and Mac, yo, you got to hold it down for New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Like, they Young Money, that's what they do. They hold it down for New Orleans. That's the stem. That's the root of it. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I don't come from that root. Like, I can't say I was a day one Young Money. I was here from early on in the situation, but I'm not a day one-er. They was sitting in the house and they just thought we gonna do Young Money. Like, I wasn't around for that. I was brought into this. And then I'm not a Southern rapper. I'm not from the South. Like, I'm from New York. Like, that's a lot. A lot comes with that. When you're from New York, it's a lot that comes along with that, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel I gotta rep. That's what the flood is.
I feel you. All right, what's your reaction to the new Young Money newcomer Cory Gunz?
Cory, my dude, man. That's like my little brother right there. I got him on the mixtape too. You know what I'm saying? Once I heard that and I figured out what it was, I definitely want to get my little homie on the mixtape. I knew Cory since he was like 17 years old. I remember he was on Universal and I was on Universal. And when they had me doing promo, you know, promoting my album Back to the Future, it never came out. But when I had the single out, like my swag, and I had the video for Who and everything, and we was traveling, they had him on the road with me. You know, and it's crazy that we saying this because at that time, like, shout out to my boy Aldo, shout out to my boy Vado. You know, I had the SWAT team. And that was like me, Vado, Aldo, my homegirl Reese from the Bronx, shout out to her. And Cory Gunz had Militia.